Morning, y'all. We got the barn buried here from the last video. We got it buried. This is the next day here. We got it buried. So now Dad's going to get the dozer, and we're gonna smooth this out. We're gonna smooth this out the dozer. We're gonna try to smooth this out the dozer a little bit, and then get it smoothed out. We can, drive on it, level it over it and stuff, and then I think we're gonna tear this barn down here. The one next to it is, and then because it's rotting off the post. The barn what this barn here is rotting off at the post. That barn over there is rotting off at the post too, because it's just a wooden frame. It just doesn't have any concrete whatsoever in it. The only place it don't have any concrete. It's just a rotten frame. It's just a wooden. I can't talk this morning. Excuse me. It's just a wooden frame, as you can see. It's just a wooden frame. You can see it's starting to get rotted down there. So, and the barn's starting to deteriorate and don't have anything. It's just nothing's in it. You can't eat nothing. Don't really sacrifice enough to eat. So we're just gonna tear it down. But see, as you can see, there's the bin. We got the barn off the bin. There's the bin. We don't know if the bin's totaled or not. We don't really know. We gotta get our bin guy out here. We gotta get our grain bin guy here. There's the ones that built all these grain bins here and everything. We gotta get him out here to look at this bin to see if it can be salvaged, if it's worth fixing or not. You don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a 5,000 bushel bin and get more tied up in the bin than the bin's worth. But we would spend a couple $1,000. We would spend some money on it, but as you can see here, the bin is pulled up out of the ground. It pulled up out of the ground there. So we're not exactly sure. And of course, it's dented. All that stuff gonna be replaced, and it's kind of bowed. It's kind of, you probably can't tell us on camera, but the bin is kind of bowed. So I don't know. But the problem is, what we're concerned about is all these bins here, these 3 bins, these 4 bins here, all connected by this auger, which I think I said that in the last video. So we don't know if the auger can be sprung or what. So we got to see about all that. This week we pulled out of the rubble. It was on the ground. It was on the ground, and the track car went over it. But the dozer was sitting over there next to that pivot, and Dad driving the dozer across the field here. And then yeah, we're gonna tear this barn down here, but we gotta wait on the guy. Like we said, we gotta wait on an electrician, because there's a well down here. There's a well down here, and the well lines run through this barn. This barn used to have power to it, and we're not sure the power's still on or not on the box. And so we gotta test. And there's the well. There is the well right there. And the line from the well we were trying to do some digging, and the line from the well runs to, we thought right here. There's a line, but then we're not sure what those lines are for. And then it comes up this box, and this is the breaker and all this stuff. So we're not really sure what all this stuff. As you can see, we're not sure what all this does. That box looks a little fried, but anyway, you got this box here. This is the breaker, and threw the breaker off. But we'll make sure we're gonna make sure that we're getting this right before we come in here and start yanking this crap down. This is the barn inside here. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of anything in here. It's just some old. When my granddad bought this farm, when my granddad and my dad bought this farm, those 4 grain bins and these barns, those four grain bins and these barns and were here. So they didn't put those up, and they're not telling how old they are. And the barn doesn't show much of it. I mean, you can't really get anything in here. And if you want to put some equipment in here, I mean, you could put something in here, but the risk of it falling down is just too great. I mean, my neighbor who's 90, I talked to a guy who's 85 years old, and he said that and my granddaddy, and they both in their 80s, and they said that you know that these barns been here all their life, so you know they're old. They can long they've been here as long as they can remember, so they're old. But yeah, this is what's going to she just get tore down and pushed in the hole, and it got a lean to out there beside it, got a lean to out there, and it's anyway. But it's just taking up space, and anyway, so that's what we're doing.